thought I prematurely hit the button, and it didn't fire. I accidentally hit it like way too early, and it didn't even go. One more time.
Damn, that is pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good, and it's pretty good to be here.
Hello, and welcome to It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 275. We're recording this on Friday, August 14th. You'll be hearing this on Tuesday, August 18th.
That's right. All the way up in August now. Wow, August. Isn't that crazy to say? Halloween. Have you started? So I know you don't grocery shop at all. You make
I grocery shop. I grocery shop.
What do you buy? You get in a cart
Yogurt.
or you get in a basket?
I get a yogurt. I get the milk.
When I picture you, I can't picture you being in a grocery store.
That's reassuring.
Okay. I don't know why, but
I just use Instacart. I use drop shippers to get me groceries.
Oh, they're the best.
Yeah.
Drop
shippers.
Drop shippers, yeah.
Yeah, I get as many groceries as I can from third parties.
I pay these like high schoolers that live next door to go get my groceries.
Okay.
I give them like $20.
Well, you're so famous.
Yes.
Out there that it's kind of risky for you to
go it is.
Get groceries out by yourself.
Yeah. You see what happened to almost a year. Guys, we are so I was going to say, I know you don't, if you have been to a grocery store recently, have you noticed that they already have Halloween candy out?
Well, they already have basketball stuff out up here.
Is it basketball season?
It's almost basketball season. Basketball season's just around the corner.
But have you noticed that they have Halloween stuff out?
No, I haven't.
They haven't started putting out Halloween stuff at you?
I think last time I went, which was a week and a half ago, they had like summer stuff still out. You know, like pool noodles and shit.
They're like in the transition phase right now. And congratulations, we support you.
Yeah.
Between summer and Halloween at my local spots. I don't want to pimp them out, but shout out Rohlf's. Rohlf's fully has Halloween stuff out. Target.
Are we
and Walmart.
Surprised though?
No.
I mean, knowing Rohlf's.
Knowing Rohlf, this fucking guy loves Halloween. I do too.
I couldn't get enough of him.
Guy can't get enough. Welcome to the show, guys. We have a lot
Carson,
to get to.
what have we got on the docket today?
That's the new thing. This week, we're going to talk all about Mike Lindell. We have big Mike Lindell news, firsthand news coming from Gavin. My top two people who live in Minnesota. Well, Mike Lindell wouldn't be on there. So I guess it's just you.
Okay.
Because where's Mike Lindell? Isn't he like not registered in Minnesota to vote?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I think Tim told me that. Mike Lindell. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Who cares? So Mike Lindell. I was going to say Mike Lindell and then Gavin. Mike Lindell's number one for me.
Yeah.
So a lot of Lindell news to get to. We're finally going to get to the story I teased last week. Japan is angry at Trump, the Trump administration, for using their IP in political memes. So we're going to get to that. We got big popcorn bucket news that Gavin's not even aware of. So I can't wait to show him that. We got some hometown news coming out of Missouri.
It is pretty crazy that this is like basically a reoccurring segment that our hometown has something to do with AI.
Yeah. And this one is real ass backwards stupid. Long story short, I mean, we'll get to it, but Missouri lawmakers proposed AI rules that were written by AI, which is also becoming I love that people are checking, because we'll get into this, but people are now like checking proposed bills, like things written by lawmakers, checking to see if they're written in with AI.
Right.
Which I think is great. I mean, check them on, especially when it comes to this stuff. But we had that Canadian politician who literally read the AI prompt out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
We
was
showed
funny.
that clip here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got some great clips to get to, not talking about the haircut store. And then the return, the big return everybody's been waiting for of next door drama. We got a big one this week, and we are getting to it. We will forego everything else to make sure to get to next door drama this week.
We're going to
It's been a
spend
while.
45 minutes on the next door drama.
45-minute long next door drama. One of these days we'll just hop on to record an episode. You'll see like nothing in the doc, and I'll have just like written like a 20-page next door drama.
Yeah.
It's possible. I could do it.
You'll have AI write it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, maybe one week I should just like do that just to be stupid. And let's just be like, hey, AI, write a script and you can only use the comments on this post verbatim.
Right.
It'd probably fuck it up. It wouldn't be funny. But I would just be curious to see what it would come up with. Because I'm like big into this AI stuff. Like I don't get why everybody's like so mad about it, you know? That's kind of my shit. That's my fucking shit right there. Gavin, how are you doing? Below here in the dock, you just have consumed. Are you getting eaten? Did you not tell me something?
I'm being eaten.
Are you doing vor? You finally get on OnlyFans. You're doing vor content.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because you were just
No,
sending
I've
those
just
to
been
me
very
for the longest
consumed
time.
with like one project this entire week, and it has completely eaten into so much of my time. But as we talked briefly before the show, I just wanted to be perfect.
That's what you gotta
And
do.
I can't wait to show nobody publicly.
Yeah. Can't wait to
I can't wait to show nobody.
Can't wait to not really be able to tell anybody about it because they won't understand it.
Yeah.
That's
It's
gonna
awesome. People who know me, you're going to be very happy that I worked on it.
be yes. They're gonna be like, wow, he
Wow,
did it
you did a good job with that.
with that thing. Well, I'm very consumed by something else, which is my own self-satisfaction, because
Satisfaction.
I finally received and own and set up a record player this week. Got my sound system, got my record player. The day it came in on Wednesday, took the evening off, just spinning records, sitting on my ass, sitting on my fanny. And it was incredible. Truly, weirdly emotional. Because it's like, I've only listened to records, like not alone. I've never listened to them alone, but like I've listened to them at vinyl bars, or like I would hear them. I always knew when my brother, because both my brothers have record players and had them in the house when we all lived in the house. And I always knew when they were listening to vinyls versus listening like to something on their iPhone, because it just always sounded so much better. And I don't even know if they had a great sound system or anything.
Well, they didn't.
Well, they didn't, but it was my first time doing it alone. And it was like, it's just the best sounding thing.
It's very pure.
It's just, yeah, it's the most pure way to listen. This is so stonery and stupid, but it is truly just the most pure way to listen to something, and listening
Other than listening to it live, I suppose.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
closest thing you can get to a recording that sounds.
Yeah.
perfect.
And sometimes even listening to stuff live isn't great. It doesn't sound very good. So like putting on albums that I love and have been listening to with, fucking AirPods for the past however many years, and putting it into this and listening to it was just like, it was a very weirdly emotional thing. And now I'm fully taking the vinyl pill. I'm listening to records all the time. I'm going to have to stop myself from spending too much money on records because they add up quick. But
Very much so.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Send me
Pa, 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 pa.
pa 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 pa. I'm loving
Ba,
it.
ba, ba, ba.
Yeah,
loving
send me recs on vinyl stores to go to, record shops in LA. Somebody already did in the comments of last week's video, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna go check that place out. But anyways, I'm amazed that you never have purchased a record player because that seems like something you'd be all over.
Well, Carson, I actually do own a couple vinyls.
I
And hold on, and I the ones I do own, my dad had a record player, has a record player.
damn, he's
So I
that
would play it
old?
on there. He would play it on. He would play it on there, and so there was no reason for me
Oh,
to
so
own
he
my
has
own
one.
record player.
That
So I
doesn't
just
that,
used the
that makes
family one.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I have Tranquility Base Casino and Hotel
The
by Arctic
fuck?
Monkeys,
Oh, okay.
and then I have Lazaretto by Jack White for sure on vinyl.
Nice.
Which is the super vinyl. It's got all these really cool knickknacks about it that I could go into the details about it, but I know you're such a noob with this freaking vinyl shit. You would never even know what I'm talking about.
I wouldn't. I'm just a virgin.
Because it plays from inside to out. The record does play inside to out. There's holographic angels in the record. There's a I'm
I
not
gotta
kidding.
see this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
It's
gotta
crazy.
see it. You gotta show it to me. sometime.
There is also I forgot what it's called, but I think it's called the last groove never stops. It's like a lock groove or something like that.
What the fuck?
It never stops.
You got some crazy science fair project over there with that record.
Well, Jack White
is a nerd.
owns his own pressing company, so
He does. Third Man.
Yeah.
You know all about it.
in Nashville.
Yes. Nashville and Detroit, I believe.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
pressed a Sharpling and Worcester record.
which I think off topic real quick, but I think Jack White has earned the trust back of the public.
What do you mean by that?
I think for a while he was seen as this curmudgeon, this
Well-
kind of guy who barked at the clouds.
Yeah, and I think wasn't there something with him and who's the lady in
Meg White?
Stripes? Yeah, wasn't there a whole thing where people were upset with him about
But that was
something to do
because
with her? Or were they upset with her? I can't remember.
they were upset at the White Stripes because they weren't sure whether they were brother or sister versus husband and wife.
I thought there was something else with it. I don't know. I'm speaking out of
Well,
my ass.
anyway.
I like Jack White.
Anyway, I just remember maybe 5 or 6 years ago, some people were really upset with him. And then, or actually, I'd say more 7 or 8 years ago, people were upset with him because he was forcing people to put their phones away and being really just upset about the phones and stuff. And now he was one of the pioneers of trying to find ways to hide phones at shows,
And
get
what-
rid of phones at shows.
Oh. They're saying he throws a blanket over.
Well, that too.
everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I got no problem with him. But I hear you. I know people were. I do remember that era in which people didn't really like him for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about vinyls and that. We will not talk about that any further.
Welcome to Gavin Carson's vinyl shop.
Yes, so today we're going to talk about the re-release, the fourth re-release of George Harrison's "Everything Must Go." Guys, let's jump right into it. Mike Lindell, Gavin, Minnesota's sweetheart. Of course, I know. How many times did you vote for him in this election?
Well, I did register to vote at 4 different addresses,
That's good.
but I only voted for him 3 times.
Oh, the fourth vote was for someone else?
Yeah, I was saving it for my buddy.
For sure. A little
Yeah.
write-in. So this was something we were going to talk about last week because if you guys don't know, he is, I guess we'll say is in this context, running for governor of Minnesota.
I wasn't. It was Mike Lindell was.
Right. Gavin's not. Mike Lindell is running. Sorry, I get you guys mixed up all the time. Mike
Minnesotans.
Lindell. Yeah, both from, I don't even know if he's from Minnesota or
I think
not.
he is.
Mike Lindell running for governor. The election was this past week. Gavin did vote, not for Mike Lindell. I'm assuming. Actually, I don't know who you voted for. I didn't ask you who you voted for.
I didn't vote for Mike Lindell. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. You don't have to share. I can guess, considering 600,000 other people did as well. Yeah, so he running for governor, and before the election, randomly put out this post saying that he was dropping out of my pillow. He was stepping down as CEO, still going to be a shareholder. So this is this video where he seems like he's back on crack again. And I'm not even saying that to try and like be funny. He fully is like cracked out again. Because I feel like he chilled out for a while. Fun little crossfade to that. I feel like he chilled out for a bit. Like he went off the deep end and then like kind of got thrown back on his ass after he got in big trouble for lying about the election fraud that didn't happen.
Right.
Fell on his ass.
And we'll get to that.
And then kind of seemed like during this election kind of seems to be back on the sauce again. So this was him announcing on, I guess, ABC or CNN. I forgot. He was on something and announced that he was stepping down as CEO. So let's hear him explain that in this 23-second clip.
My pillow's been attacked so much because of my face, basically. So these guys coming in, there's going to be a buyout of just a certain part of my pillow. I will be no longer all involved in any way, shape, or form. I will be running for governor. I'm all in for governor. I won't be. I will just be a minor stockholder, and that's it.
I mean, like crazy. Ooh, let's watch this. Yeah. This flash mob will give you chills.
Not possible.
By the way, I'm on a private tab, so I have no idea what the fuck any of this.
Shelter Dog realizes he's been adopted. Princess of Boogie Woogie delights everyone.
One day we just got to do a thing where we just go down the YouTube autoplay rabbit hole.
Yeah. See how quickly we can get to the right wing.
Yeah. But he's so slurry in this clip. It's crazy. Like I
barely...
he's
bouncing off the walls.
He's like, I'm a stockholder still. Like, what are you saying? So he put out this release on... Oops, let's not show all the tabs. Nothing bad in the tabs. It's just annoying to look at.
Tons of...
He put out this release on Twitter where he's like, today I made the biggest...
Can you read this, please?
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Here, let me... this fucking thing. Hold on one second. Jesus.
I was hoping you would do...
Sucks. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I just got to pull it. I want to read the part that he said in his voice. It's been a while since I've done this.
After 22 years of leading my pillow, I know the company is ready for its next chapter. I know Minnesota can't wait. This decision is not about walking away. It is about stepping forward to serve. I am putting Minnesota above myself, my title, and my business interests so I can give this campaign to the people of our state my full-time energy and attention. Real leadership means knowing when to lead, when to trust your team, and when to put a larger calling first. I trust Jim and the board to protect our employees, our customers, and our Minnesota roots. My focus is now clear, which is to listen to Minnesotans and earn their trust and work every day to become governor worthy of our state.
It got a little lost in there at the end. But...
That is pretty good.
Thank you. It's been a while. I don't know how good that was. I usually need to hear myself, and I didn't take an ear out. So I don't know if you understood anything I just said, but yeah, he stepped down, whatever. I also just want to show this background, which is pretty incredible, because you probably saw it in the clip, but you didn't get to see the full thing. Look at this background that's in his office. What the fuck? It's so crazy.
It's Jesus with a lion in front of him.
It's
a profile of Jesus with a profile of a lion.
Yeah. It's like Animorphs.
Yeah.
The lion turning into Jesus and back again.
I should go back and read those.
Did you read those?
I used to, yeah, in 5th grade. I remember whenever I got to 5th grade, I was like, "What are these?"
I
I
remember
read a couple of them.
my brothers had them. Sorry. I was just thinking of something funny. I'll tell you later. They had those books, and I remember seeing the covers, and they like terrified me.
Yeah.
They were,
No,
like,
I loved
weird.
them. That's the cool. It was the coolest concept ever.
I was such a scared kid. I was so scared of everything. Any
Yeah.
like horror movie trailer, I would have to run out of the room. I was so scared as a kid. But yeah, so we were going to talk about that last week and we ran out of time. So this is leading up to the election. And when I brought it up to Gavin last week, you mentioned this article, which you can mention or read. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. Judge finds Mike Lindell may have violated election laws with MyPillow handout.
Which I did not know anything about. I thought he was just stepping down. Like, I didn't know why he was stepping down. It kind of just seemed like, I mean, I took him on his word, I guess, which I shouldn't have.
So, big picture view, the complaint centers on Lindell and his supporters tossing out MyPillows at a July 4th parade in Delano, Minnesota.
What the fuck? Why?
The former MyPillow CEO told a judge that the campaign bought those pillows for wholesale for $4.90 each, and that comparable pillows could be purchased individually for $9.95 with a promo code. The judge in this case says the distribution of those pillows may be a violation of state law regardless of the price. State statute prohibits giving voters money, food, clothing, entertainment, or any other thing of monetary value that is meant to influence a voter to vote a certain way.
Yeah.
Which I think precluded him and forced him to have to resign from MyPillow. He did not say that in any statements. But if you put these two things together, that a judge told him he violated campaign laws and he had to step down from MyPillow,
Yeah.
combined, I think that those make the perfect story.
It seems pretty clear when you look at that, which I didn't know. I only heard about him stepping down. I did not see this whole thing.
You heard it here first
That's true.
on the iTac podcast.
How
and
is
there
this
goes the battery.
battery already dead. So while I get this battery replaced, so Republican Democrat primary was this past week up there in Minnesota.
11th.
Talk about that and talk about that.
Yeah, talk about that. So the Republican and it was the basically the primaries for both Republican and Democrat, and both of them were they were on the same ballot. So it was like one side had on the left actually was the Republican ballot, and on the right was the Democratic ballot, and then on the back was a maybe I guess was it neither side? It was just a undocumented. They didn't have a side, I guess.
Yeah.
Independent.
Independent.
They weren't independent either, but they were just like it was like school board, right? Where you don't really have like a party that you're running with.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked to where I vote, which is down a block, like 2 blocks from my apartment. So I've never walked to my voting place before.
That's
and
fun.
what was also different was I didn't have to bring a voter card with me to vote this time around. Basically, every time I voted in Missouri, it was, well, do you have your card? Like they took my ID and stuff, and they verified my address and name and everything like that. But in Missouri, it was like you only could vote if you got a card in the mail saying that you can vote.
Right.
But up here, it's like I got a card saying I was registered and this is your voting place. And then I didn't bring that with me to the voting spot. And I was like, do I have to have this? And they're like, no, just your ID.
Nice.
Yeah.
I get to do they send it to me in the mail and I go drop it off in a box.
For California?
I gotta go nowhere. I don't gotta go wait in line and vote. I mean, I could.
I mean, it would probably be a nightmare to do it in California too.
I think it would be. But so election happened, results, obviously Mike Lindell running up against a few other people. And how did he turn out?
He loved it, man. He loved the outcome. And we should watch this video proving just how much he loved this outcome.
Yeah, so let's hear from the horse how
He was
the
elated.
outcome was.
If you take polls, okay, you have more than one poll a week ago, okay? 7%, 9%, and 9% favored by me. If you look up here, you've got a 15% or 13% the other way. These numbers don't happen in elections. They don't, you guys. These are the power of numbers. Now, the day of voters that were supposed to come in, as they came in, I started gaining. And then all of a sudden, and this is coming in from Edison Research, these polls are coming in, everything goes through Edison Research in New Jersey. All of a sudden, 36,000 votes came in and 6,000 for me. That's a deviation that doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. We're just going to check all that. And we've had people looking at this election and other elections across the country. Every election across this country, we've had people watching. And I'm not saying that anything's happened, but there's numbers that don't add up, and that's what we're going to look at. And I will have a full report for all of you tomorrow.
So this was
If you take
not the end of the night, but towards the end of the night when it was looking like he was already losing badly, which, spoiler alert, he did. Lost to whoever the other Republican candidate was. I don't care to remember who it was, but lost by a good margin. Obviously, majority Minnesotans or Democrats. The Democrat won by a lot, a huge margin. And Mike Lindell lost, and he just couldn't admit it. Even in that clip,
keep in mind, this is a guy who has like paid Dominion voting systems like millions of dollars.
Yeah, because
for claiming that they rigged the 2020 election.
Yeah, it's his whole thing, and it's like
And he can't give it up.
he can't, even after like losing so much money. And like, I thought he was already out of My Pillow because he like had to sell off so much of it. I remember. So this was more towards the end of the night. And this is on his LindellTV.com, which I should show you. This is why it looks like absolute dog shit. This is when he was like fully just losing his mind.
Yeah.
Here's the next report, everybody. Hold on. We just gained 5,000 votes, and we gained 5,000 votes, everybody. And the last 13,000 votes that were counted, we got 5,000. We gained 5,000 votes. So let's think about this. That means I got 10,000, and the rest of them got 3,000. If this is a sign, we will have the lead within an hour. I mean, this is big news. This is a big jump, and they must have started counting the day of votes. So
He's fully just free, but
just in denial.
Nobody talks like this. Nobody's like, okay, we just got this many, which that means in an hour we'll get another. Because in the last hour we got this many, that means in another hour we'll be in the lead.
Even more.
Yeah, it's like I don't know that's how it works.
Don't think that's how that works.
Oh, it's on Roku. I got to get on the Lindell TV.
You keep going up.
Okay. All right, everybody. Does anybody have any other questions?
If the AP calls the race for Lisa Dameth in the next half hour, will you concede?
If who does?
If the AP calls the race.
What is the AP? The voters. What the AP? Why would I listen to the AP? There's 265,000 votes left to count. I'm down by 18,000 now. We just gained 5,000. I'm not going to give up this race until the votes are counted. That's nonsense.
Until all the votes are counted?
Until the votes are counted where I can't win. I mean, why would I call it now? Should I say it again? Now there's 264,000 votes left to count out of the last 13,000.
So, anyways, you get it. He just couldn't. He couldn't give it up. I guess I thought I put the clip in here of him at the end of the night saying that he's like, we're not giving up. We're we're gonna keep trying to find more votes. So he is not giving up. He thinks that he can still win this election, even still, when he's still losing badly. This is kind of a bit of a glimmer of hope in a way, even though I won't buy into it if I'm being honest. From Politico, Andrew Howard just pointed out that Lindell, who was backed by Trump openly, is not the first person running for office that was backed by Trump to lose recently in a primary. Trump's endorsement power has particularly lagged in governor's races this cycle. Rep Randy Finstra fell to Zach Lahn in Iowa, also in Georgia, South Carolina. So he's not the first one to fall. And I mean, it's crazy that we were kind of talking last night. It's crazy that that many people still even voted for Lindell, despite how much of just a buffoon he is. Like, he's so dumb. Like,
And
up until
the
this
other
point,
thing-
Trump like distanced himself from Lindell because of the election fraud stuff and because he was just too stupid. I mean, it's the same reason why Trump distanced himself from Giuliani. Like, it's just, he acted like a buffoon, and people around Trump were like, you gotta get this guy out of here. He's too stupid.
It's just crazy to me also because it's like, what are his positions? That's the other
Yeah.
thing that a lot that
Election fraud.
Election fraud for one. But a lot of voters up here truly, I mean, I think, let me not discredit any other voters, but I'm just saying that up here it feels like the people are much more in touch of what they want to vote for. Like, whenever we voted for mayor, they voted for mayor last year. I didn't vote in that race because I had just moved and I was like, I have no horse in this race. I don't know anything about this city yet. And the voters know what they want. Like, if you don't have a position, you shouldn't be getting votes. And that's basically the story of how all of these races played out.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, good on the people for not voting for him, but who didn't? But I mean, still, why?
How is it even possible that he gets those?
Exactly. Moving on though from Lindell, still kind of keeping up with the Trump theme here. This comes from IGN, but a lot of people reported on this. The U.S. government's Mario, Pokemon, and Naruto meme posting could damage these franchises, Japanese officials warn. Japanese officials have repeatedly requested the U.S. government to stop its meme posting involving characters in franchises such as Mario, Pokemon, and Naruto, whatever. Since March, the Japanese government has repeatedly called out the U.S. regarding the unauthorized use of anime and game IPs in the Trump administration's social media posts. These moves have been driven in part by backlash and petitions from Japanese fans, which have drawn more attention to the issue. Official U.S. government social media accounts, including the White House X account, have posted various memes and videos using characters. Yeah, anyways, yada yada. Japan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has repeatedly called, stating, quote, "It's inappropriate even for public institutions to reproduce copyright materials without right holders' consent." The concern was voiced by Minister of Foreign Affairs Toshimitsu Motegi. Hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, it also leads up to this thing I was thinking about recently, and it's like, what the fuck is up with this administration's obsession of memes? It's like it's such coworker humor shit.
Yeah,
that
what
they
I was,
post.
yeah, what I was thinking with it is that it's like we are, you know, like whenever you could tell a teacher came back from some teaching conference that they're like, young people want to hear about memes.
Yeah.
And so they start incorporating memes more into their lectures
Uh-huh.
and their
Or
PowerPoints.
like slang.
Yeah. And I feel like it's that, where they're like, the way that we relate to the younger voters is this. And on top of that, the guys who the guys who run their accounts are like millennials.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that like
or Gen Z, I think even too. I think they have some Gen Z guys.
yeah, there's some
in their
like
crew.
younger millennial guy,
Like
I forgot his
hyper
name.
on Reddit.
Yeah, the most
weirdos.
Reddit pilled
Yeah.
like posters of all time.
They're even more online than you are, which is really saying something.
I know. That's a real problem.
It's a serious
I've been
problem.
trying really hard to become more online,
I know you have been. And
hanging
I'm proud
out
of you.
hanging out in forums and all that.
Yeah, I gotta get more on these forums, you know. But I don't know. This just kind of goes on to point out what they've used, and it is actually, this is kind of funny. It's not just the Japanese government and related parties who have spoken out against these posts. They have also sparked backlash from Japanese anime fans, notably self-proclaimed manga and anime fan Nana Suzuki kicked off the quote "Protect Japanese Manga" petition on change.org. Which, listen, like, you know, we like to laugh at anime and manga fans. Sure, we'll get a little chuckle at them, but like, truly, I fully support this. Fuck them using this IP. I mean, like, I don't really care all that much about protecting IP. Obviously, they take things more seriously over there, and I fully respect that. To the point where when I flew to Japan, I flew on ANA, which is like Japan's airline, and in their like safety instructional video they play before your flight, it's Pokemon teaching you safety.
Oh,
It's
okay.
awesome. It was so cool. But like, that is the level of like respect they put towards it, is like in their like government run safety videos, they'll put their characters in it. And then we're just the laughing stock, like using their characters in a disrespectful way. And it's like, put some respect on it, you know?
Yeah.
But also it's just like, we just look like fucking idiots using
All the
cartoon
time.
characters as memes when talking about ice
Like
raids.
defending like the homeland and bullshit like
Yeah,
that.
it's weird. So I'm fully with them.
There's
with
also been I've seen this in the last few years, year and a half, 2 years. Year and a half. Fuck. That they also use like old like American propaganda, like old like 1940s propaganda, like
Oh, yeah.
or even even just old paintings and things like that, and then like using the same fonts that the Nazis used on stuff. It's pretty fucking weird. And
Yeah.
like it's weird and it's wrong, and it's the fact that there's not that many people that are that outraged about it. It's just bonkers to me.
It's their, yeah. I mean, it's truly, they just have like Reddit pilled weirdos working for them on social media who are like, let me see if I can like be cheeky and slip this like
Yeah. Surely no one's gonna notice
Nazi
that
shit.
I just used the Nazi font.
but
Or
anyways, that's
Gothic stuff, you know.
yeah. That's enough of that. I want to talk about something that's just as bad as Nazis. That didn't make any sense. I was hoping there would be some sort of connection there, and there wasn't. I want to talk about popcorn buckets, Gavin. On just about every show I work on, we talk about popcorn buckets, but
And we've talked about the popcorn buckets on this show.
that's what I wanted to say. I think we were talking about them. We were talking about them for a long time now. Back in the Dune 2 popcorn buckets
back in
at
the
the same
Dune
time.
2 popcorn days.
And I haven't really felt outraged towards a popcorn bucket in a long time until today. Because there's a little movie coming out, a sequel to a movie called Practical Magic. Are you even aware of this movie?
No, I have no fucking idea what that is.
I honestly had never even really heard of Practical Magic, maybe just from like someone offhand saying it. Apparently there's a sequel to it, even though that movie came out in 2001, I think. There's a lot of sequels to old movies, 90s movies, early 2000s movies coming out.
What is the premise of this movie?
I don't know. I think it's a witch. I'm guessing it's a
Yeah.
witch movie.
Yeah,
Which
two
movie
witch
is it?
sisters raised by their eccentric aunts in a small town face closed-minded prejudice and a curse which threatens to prevent them ever finding lasting love.
There it is. And listen, I love a good witch movie. So maybe this movie's great. I have no idea. But as soon as a sequel to an IP movie comes out, AMC, all the theaters go crazy for it, making new popcorn buckets, coming up with weird things. And this one takes the cake as the strangest one I've seen. So we'll start with AMC, even though every theater is doing the same thing. I just did it again. I keep forgetting to fucking get all the tabs to go away. It's the second time. We'll start with AMC. I just want you to just take stock at what you're seeing before we really dive into it. Because two of them are like whatever, and then there's two of them that are like, what the fuck? What? I mean, obviously it's a tie-in to the movie, but what the fuck are we doing? Why is there a blender? It's a giant blender.
Well, Carson, you cannot discount that there is a cozy theater blanket, familiar gripper cup, includes fountain drink.
I didn't know it's called Gripper Cup.
Yeah, gripper, but like no E. It just says
it does.
GRIPPR cup.
Maybe that's
I
the
guess
name
some
of the
branding.
cat or something.
Then they have the hex tin, which includes popcorn. That's good.
And then
The summoning candle cup, which includes a fountain drink. So you get two fountain drinks.
With Gavin.
With
So
a magic blender, which includes a fountain drink.
No. I was gonna say we'll get to the blender here in a minute. The candle, that's a cup that you can drink out of. I'm assuming it has to be, has a battery operated candle that'll sit on top of where your liquid is.
Awesome.
I know it's not electricity. Well, I mean, I guess there is electrical components in there. But that just doesn't seem like a safe idea to me. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that doesn't seem safe? Then then the obvious one, the one that I cannot believe is real, is the magic blender.
See, okay, now
cup.
that I'm looking at it, it's not a real blender.
But I think it's got to be close to the same size as one, if I were to imagine. I mean, you got to fit a whole fountain drink in that blender. And I think, and maybe it's not AMC, one of them has it to where that like bottom piece that the cup sits on is also where your popcorn goes.
Yeah.
So you're bringing a whole fucking giant blender looking thing into the movie theater. And so AMC's not the only one to do it. Regal also has some sort of candle. This popcorn bucket looks
23
cooler.
ounces. That's so peculiar.
Yeah, that is a strange.
Or a 200. Wait.
Oh, sorry. What did I miss?
And a 200-ounce silhouette popcorn.
I don't know why they put the size of the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
So this blender's a little small.
They have the gripper cup.
They have the gripper cup.
Gripper cup.
The Raven book. The blender. This one's smaller than the AMC one. And then, this is also Regal. I guess they did a video so we can see. So theirs isn't as crazy huge, but that AMC one.
Do they include
big.
like the blades in it so that you can like cut your They should have made that the popcorn bucket, and so you can cut your fingers at the bottom with the blades that they include in it.
But I think the AMC one is the one where this bottom piece is like for your popcorn. So I'm thinking that one is like huge, like the size of a blender.
Sounds like you're gonna have to go to Practical Magic 2, go to the Midnight Margaritas Club 2.
Which I don't know what that is either.
I guess it's probably something from the movie. Carson, did you talk about, speaking of popcorn buckets? Moving on to a different popcorn bucket. Did you guys talk about the Supergirl bucket? Popcorn bucket?
Oh, that looked like foreskin or something?
Yeah.
We
On any
didn't.
show?
I did see it. Everybody else was talking about it.
I just sent it to you on text.
I'll pull it up actually, I might be able to pull it up on here. I just want to look. Do they have? Okay, they do. I just want to see. I want to get the measurements for this. Oh, they're not selling that yet. Oh, interesting. Sometimes
selling in a separate blender just for the movie.
AMC Practical Magic Blender. I just want to know what the size of it is. It doesn't say the size. Interesting. Because sometimes AMC will put their new popcorn buckets online before the movie comes out because they know they're going to sell out so fast. Let me pull up that the foreskin bucket. Or it was a cup, right? Wasn't it a cup? Yeah, it was a cup.
Yeah, a cup.
And why did they? I get what they're going for, but like, don't
make it that color.
Don't make it that color. Hold on one sec. Let's pull it up. So there it is. Very strange. I also think they do make them as weird as possible because they know people are going to talk about it.
Yeah,
'Cause with the Dune one,
I think
that was,
that
like,
is now
huge.
actually like something that they do.
So I'm at the theater all the time. I'm at AMC all the time. Once September 11th rolls around, which is when that movie releases,
Awesome.
I will let everybody know just how big that popcorn or that blender cup is. Because I am so curious. It looks
Get it for the
huge.
show. Please.
I might, but man, I don't want to drop $40 on a fucking blender cup that I'm
Dude.
100% going to throw away. Because that thing is
Keep
huge.
it.
I'm also going to have to bring it into the movie, and I'm not going to be seeing Practical Magic. So I'm going to be seeing whatever movie is out that same day with this
Yeah.
giant blender cup that I'm just holding like a child.
Ugh.
Anyways, enough popcorn buckets. Let's talk hometown news. I don't have ad blocker on. Leave me alone. Jesus.
Please.
Oh, how do I get rid of this page? Go away.
Missouri lawmaker.
Shut up. Why are you playing that when I don't have ad blocker on? Just go away. Why will this not go away? Hang on, I'm going to open this in another tab. Anyways, we're going to talk about some hometown news, and it's telling me I have ad blocker on, and I don't even have ad blocker installed. Yeah, so this comes from Missouri, which Gavin and I are from. In fact, it comes from St. Charles, Missouri, which is the exact town in which we are from. And it goes like this. This comes from KSTK. Missouri House members gathered at Lindenwood University Tuesday morning to release a framework demanding radical transparency from AI companies. The document they handed out was hiding an embarrassing detail about itself. The file's embedded properties visible to anyone who, in 2 clicks, list its author. Wow, I cannot read tonight. Its author as OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. The politicians proposing rules to regulate artificial intelligence appear to have asked the artificial intelligence to weigh in on the matter. Asked directly by Five on Your Side whether a large language model produced the document, future caucus chairman Rep. Colin Wellenkamp flatly denied it. Quote, "We did not use the large language model AI for that." Pressed on whether he could rule out anyone on the drafting team using AI, the answer shifted. "Not to my knowledge," he said. Five on Your Side downloaded the 14-page framework directly from the House's own press release link and examined its properties with the station's head of technology, Jeff Bailey. The author field reads OpenAI. The name appears in 2 separate places in the file's embedded data. The internal title differs from the public one, quote, Missouri Local Government Data Center RFP package. The file was created at 10:39 p.m. on August 6, 5 days before the announcement, and exported from Microsoft Word, consistent with the AI-generated base file that humans later edited. Which is interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I don't know how
Yeah.
they're like, it's 2 clicks, and I'm like, what 2 clicks am I doing to figure that out?
We in school we had to learn how to like remove some metadata about whose document
Interesting.
it was.
Not
as
you
a part
though,
of a
but
requirement.
people who you knew. Oh, are you talking about for something else?
Yeah, for something else. For something else that the purpose was that we would take our names off. So like some people, it was like for the purpose of like grading each other that you would do it. That it was like we took off the metadata.
I see.
But it says the Wellenkamp told Five on Your Side he worked through the document personally Quote, I went line by line with this thing, and I added manually the concerns that I heard that we took from the caucus. The metadata does not contradict that. It contradicts the outright denial that AI was involved at all. At first, before examining the metadata, the questions came from general suspicion about the boilerplate template, the neatly curated font and symmetrical text patterns that appeared consistent with AI models. Representative Mike Koslow from Dardenne Prairie challenged the premise and said that AI detection tools aren't always precise. I think that is quite a stretch, Koslow said. Representative Scott Miller from St. Charles approached the mic and asked, who cares where it came from? Is the content good? The content of the document tells towns to get promises from the utility company in writing before breaking ground on hyperscale data centers to claw back tax breaks if jobs don't show up and to make companies prove the water systems still work in a drought. Wellenkamp reached again by phone, stood by the framework and said, quote, that document was created by people. Using AI to write documents is legal. Lots of offices do it. The irony and the repeated denials raise questions about the future of legislating around artificial intelligence in Missouri. On whether politicians should have to disclose the use of AI in their campaign materials, Representative Miller said that they should be required to label it.
So, I mean, essentially their framework is like the most like bland ass shit ever. Get promises from the utility company in writing before breaking ground and make sure that they prove that it won't affect water systems in a drought. Like, I think we can probably go a little bit harder than that, don't you think, guys? Like,
Yeah.
This is the most bland, like, Republican worried about data centers shit I've ever read in my entire life. But obviously it's just like so ironic that they're using AI, and also like just blatantly, like it's not even, this guy is like, I mean, it's not even that, it's not clear that it is, it's a stretch. And it's like, it isn't though. It says it, and it's like very easily detectable in other ways.
Yeah.
So funny hometown news there.
Which St. Charles has had some crazy news in the last like
Oh yeah.
year. I mean, we had the Elvis judge.
Mm-hmm.
We had the fighting back against data centers that were going under the table.
Yep. Which was great.
Which was great.
What happened there? And then
Plenty
this.
more. And then this.
And then this. I want to talk about real Americans though, Gavin, because we got a clip of a true patriot here I want to show you. And I teased this to you, and you said you don't think you've seen it. So
Yeah, I don't think so.
I just want to show this to you because this is what a true patriot looks like right here. I mean, I don't know about you, Gavin, but I got tears running down my leg watching that. Absolutely, I'm fucking sobbing over here. The tears are welling up. Just watching that. Watching a true patriot at work. Got to make sure you get the photo of the package on the porch before, though. Can't hesitate. And I just want to say, first of all, we don't know this person's military background. Somebody did make a great point that this person will definitely be invited to the White House within the next week or so, which if there's ever an opportunity for me to bet on Polymarket, that would be the bet I would put all my money on. But also there were like Marines.
That brings us to our sponsor for the week,
Polymarket. Let's bring in Rick Rubin with a Kanye West beat under it to tell us about it. Fucking hate Rick Rubin. I know you worked with your stroke guys, your strokers. There were Marines in the comments being like, as a Marine, this is hilarious and so stupid because they're saluting with a backwards hat on and wearing like skin tight camo joggers and like work boots.
I was going to say, and like branding.
Yeah. And working for Amazon, who's actively destroying the country. I just want to watch. I just want to see what their boots were. I want to see. I don't think they're combat boots. No, those are definitely not combat boots.
Oh, I thought they were. They looked like combat boots from a distance, I guess.
No, they're work. They're for sure work.
Okay.
They're for sure. They're for sure work boots. They're hard to see, but so that was in Kentucky. That's a true patriot, though, if I've ever seen one. Maybe they can go figure out what Mitch McConnell's up to.
Maybe that's just how they get their joy by, untangling flags that have been blown by the wind naturally, and homeowners weren't home to undo it or fix it.
And again, we don't know if maybe this person did serve our country. Likely not, but it just does give off vibes of people we went to high school with, who were like diehard military dressing and looking and LARPing. They were military LARPing.
Yeah, they were LARPing. Yeah,
and then never went on and did it or did like something adjacent to it. But anyways, moving on from that, I want to talk about another true patriot, Gavin. Skip Schumacher. Do you remember him?
I know Skip Schumacher very well.
This is from a couple weeks ago, but I just love this clip, and I'm sure you saw it. So
I actually did not see
you did not see this? This is
I did
incredible.
not see this.
So Rangers manager and former Cardinal, Skip Schumacher.
I had a signature on a T-shirt. True story.
Had?
I don't know where that T-shirt
Oh,
is.
okay. Rangers manager Skip Schumacher started arguing with the umpire, had to pause for God Bless America, and then got ejected after the song. So let's watch this.
America, that's Todd Tichenor and Skip Schumacher. And Tichenor at this point had already thrown somebody. They're like, oh, we got to pay honor to America. And then after God Bless America, they went back at it, and Schumacher gets tossed here after coming back out of the dugout. Tichenor didn't want to hear about it anymore. And then Skip would get tossed right here. So 2 Rangers tossed.
And so I just love that clip. I've never seen that before. Stopping.
It's like why fucking
exactly. Are you fucking blind? Hang on. Do you put your hand?
let me just say,
Does anybody put their hand over their heart for God Bless America? Is that something you're supposed to do? I've never seen people do that before. I guess everybody else is. Are you supposed to do that? It's not the national anthem. It's just Texas, though, so.
yeah, they shoot you on sight if you don't do
Yeah,
it.
they would. Man, actually, we just got more Patriots. These
But
are all
this
just,
is the Patriot month of August.
These really are. The next 2 clips are also of great Patriots I want to talk about.
We're just recognizing the everyday patriots that are in the American citizen.
Yeah, this isn't clips of the week. These are Patriots of the week.
Patriots of the week.
Here's our next Patriot. You might have seen this clip. The audio doesn't really matter. It's like Fortnite audio. Look at the way this guy is eating this hot dog. This is a technique I have not seen before. Not while eating a hot dog, at least. I've seen that technique with other things, but
Yeah, it's a big hot dog, by the way. He
Look
licks
at that.
he licks the tip, kind of sucks on the tip, and then kind of takes a bite of it and then licks it again.
I love the play-by-play.
Yeah, this is for the audio listeners. It's just a guy sitting at a big. Where is that? Is that medieval times? No,
It does
Hidden
look like
Hideaway.
it.
Hidden Hideaway on Main in Fredericksburg, Texas. Shout out Texas.
He is hammered. When he looks up, you can just see how glazed over he is. Like he is
he's a little drunk.
he is very drunk. So, but like
Yeah,
this seems like
yeah.
something he's done many times before. It's just crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
It's awesome.
I just don't know. Like you're gonna get the flavors in the bite. You don't need to like
No,
fucking.
you
don't need to
gotta keep
tease
his
it.
hands clean too. You know.
You don't need to tease that dog. You just go in on it. You'll get
Yeah.
it. You'll get to it.
Dog ain't got no feeling.
It's true. Here's another Patriot, Marco Rubio. I haven't watched this clip. I just saw the title of it and I was like, that's something we're going to have to watch on the show.
Okay, perfect.
So this is Marco Rubio talking about his favorite. I mean, I'll just read the title because you're going to see it. Marco Rubio says his favorite song is an EDM remix of Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire.
Oh, I don't even think I've ever heard this either. What the fuck?
This is on some podcast.
What?
Katie Miller, whoever that is. And somebody will be like, Katie Miller was actually. But let's just watch this.
On your playlist right now?
Well, that's a really good question. I haven't been able to update my playlist, but I say this like, people think whatever. I love a lot of electronic music because it fuses classical increasingly. It does country music. So I like a lot of the remixes of like songs that you've heard over the past. Like there's this EDM mix of Ring of Fire, which is really good. So I like that stuff. So I listen to a little bit of everything except for like, I don't hate it, okay? I'm not against it. I'm not anti-country music, but that's not my thing. She loves it.
I love country music. I
think it's just very sad. Most of the songs are about like somebody, whose wife and dog left them, and so.
Well, that's not true. Then you need to listen to Morgan Wallen and others because that's not true.
No.
Some of them are good.
So who picks the radio in the car? You or Jeanette?
Well, I don't have a radio in the car. She listens to radio, but I don't.
What do you mean you don't? What the fuck do you mean?
Fuck? Who doesn't have a radio in the car? Doesn't it come standard? Oh God, that's terrible.
This has to be a guy who doesn't have a car or something, or like doesn't drive.
What are you eating?
Nothing.
Radio in the car right now.
Yes.
I can't have it. I mean, because you're always talking or you're on the phone. But
What is he talking about? I can't have a radio in the car right now. I just can't have that. Because you're always talking on the phone.
What is happening here?
Because you're always talking on the phone and you're texting.
You're just texting, you're driving, and
Let's keep watching.
she'll decide, irrespective of who's driving, which violates one of the great world rules of the universe, right? Like the driver gets to, but not if you're with her. She gets to decide what you're going to listen to, and it's.
That's not true.
Wow, she's lucky. She's so lucky.
You put your music on as well.
She says my music gives her a headache.
Well, yeah, if you're playing EDM, Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, I would get a fucking headache too. I'd get a stomach ache.
Katie Miller, by the way, not a good person automatically.
What?
Reading.
No way.
Katie Miller is a political advisor, media commentator, and podcaster. She hosts a weekly podcast focused on conservative women and lifestyle topics, following past government and advisory roles that included serving as a spokesperson for the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and as press secretary and communications director for Vice President Mike Pence.
So she's great.
So she has done what every right-wing grifter always loves doing, which is getting actually the reverse. She started out as a political commentator and then moved to podcasting.
And then moved to podcasting.
And it makes a fiery ring, bound by wild desire. I fell into a ring of fire.
There's no way, dude. I'm sorry.
Imagine Marco Rubio driving. Sorry, someone else driving for him, his wife driving, and this is on.
Well, he's playing it out loud in his phone because he doesn't have a radio right now.
Up to his.
Yeah. He's like one of those kids that would listen to it on the bus like that,
I love that this is his favorite song right now. And also he's like, I hate country music. Brother, this is a country EDM song. What are we talking about?
Yeah. I fell down in a ring of fire.
That's awesome, dude. What a weirdo. Also, this podcast sucks. We're gonna talk. Also, if she's trying to get conservative.
Hold on, there's even more.
Okay.
I'm looking into this even more. Axios posted something about it. UFOs. On UFOs, Rubio nodded to the fact that Miller's husband, Deputy White House Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. Oh God.
Oh, that's his. That's her.
That's Stephen Miller's wife.
Oh.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
My Stephen Miller face.
Rubio said, quote, I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is, but there are things flying over our military installation and they're not ours. And we should look into this. Rubio said there was a political benefit to talking about it when he was a senator because when a reporter would corner him, he would change the subject. He said, quote, look, I don't have time for these questions about politics. Do you realize there's things flying over our airspace? We don't know what they are. And the reporter's like, oh, what do you know? Tell me more. So it was an extraordinarily effective diversionary tactic, Rubio said. On music, Rubio paid homage to rapper Tupac Shakur said he liked electronic dance music remixes, and he's no fan of country music. On marriage secrets, Rubio said there's no secret to it, but his wife was way more expansive. Quote, "You have to have a friendship," she said, adding that faith is a very important thing. And I think for Marco too, right?
Oh, God.
Compliance, Rubio then smiled, for the husband. Rubio's dream day? The right answer is, I would spend it with my wife, he said. But the true answer would be in front of the television on a college football Saturday. Quote, "The greatest show on television today is in America is College Game Day," he said.
But the real answer is at a jack-off spa. Getting my shit fucking tugged off. Pulling my taffy.
On the ketogenic diet, he said, you just eat all this protein. And so you go through this massive withdrawal from sugar and carbohydrates for the first 72 hours. It was a near psychotic event for me.
Okay, cool.
If I had been in this job while doing it, I would have been like, "Mr. President, we must bomb Paraguay."
Okay, good to know.
And it's like, why? I don't know. I'm just really mad. I haven't had any sugar.
That's
on
so
RFK's
quirky.
diet, this is a crazy diet, Rubio said. This is a diet that consists of eating sauerkraut and meat. Now, you understand this is not a sustainable thing. Jeanette Rubio interjected that Kennedy, quote, "sustains it because he does it." Rubio said he has to travel with coolers full of sauerkraut. "I'm not going to travel the world with a cooler full of sauerkraut. It's ridiculous. I can't do it."
It is ridiculous? Wow, I don't even...
Wow, really? On if he's Maha, Rubio paused and said, "I'm in favor of Maha. Like, I think people should be healthy." Jeanette Rubio wasn't having it. "No, he's not." "What does Rubio eat?" "Pop-Tarts," his wife said. He said, "No, I don't eat Pop-Tarts every day.
Dude,
the Pop-Tart
these
is one of
people-
the great American inventions of the history of the world.
These people
It comes
hate
in a
each
beautiful
other.
foil package." On cats, Rubio said the family owns 2 golden doodle dogs, and he made clear that he doesn't like Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's cat. Which, by the way, Pete Hegseth looked coked out of his mind this week, by the way. I don't know if you saw
really?
any
No, I
videos of
didn't.
him this week.
Oh,
but
I
he
did.
looked
I did.
Like he was
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah.
He like wiped his nose and then he like went through his hair with it.
Man, these people, this is like...
Never took Pete for a cat guy, Rubio said. "Oftentimes, I'll get home at night and the cat is just sitting on my porch and it looks at me like, 'What are you doing here?' It's an arrogant cat."
Wait, Rubio's getting home to Pete's house to see his cat? What is that? What does that mean? What are they talking about? Is he watching his cat? What the fuck?
I don't know what any of this means.
Watching this stuff is just like, man, I don't want to get married. Am I going to
the
hate
other
my
side-
wife that much as Rubio does?
On
They
the other
fucking hate each
side, he
other.
said he said Democrats like former Obama administration official Tommy Vietor, host of Pod Save America, are no fans of the show or of the cat clip. Quote, "This show is shockingly boring. They chose this banal nonsense for their social clip to promote an interview with the National Security Advisor / Secretary of State," he posted on X.
Oh shit, I don't have the clip ready. I was gonna pull up Ring of Fire. Well, anyways, I was gonna play Ring of Fire right after you finish that, but
And it birds.
I need a Marco Rubio playlist. Man, I might have to like listen to that full podcast now. I'm so
sounds
curious.
Fucking bizarre.
It sounds like hell on earth.
And
These
the fact
two
that it's
people-
Stephen Miller's wife hosting it, that is bonkers.
we
To me,
can't-
that's like,
Yeah.
who, ha? What? I mean, it explains how she's able to get Marco Rubio on a podcast. Don't get me
Well,
wrong.
I mean, I don't think it's
it
that
wouldn't
hard.
take that much, right? But it's crazy to me the connections that are there.
I also love that this podcast, and this happens with all of these podcasts. They're like, it's about
Same for ours.
It's talk about same for ours. It's about women's conservative values, and it's like the first thing that happens is you have their husband on, who does
Yeah.
most of the talking, and you're asking him most of the questions.
Well, yeah.
But I just can't get over the fact of how much the Rubios hate each other. They don't fucking like each other. The whole time they're just like, no, they don't. No, he doesn't. He eats Pop-Tarts. He's a fat ass.
You might have to report back if you listen to this podcast.
I might have to just put myself through hell and just listen to the whole thing. Because even in that clip, they're like, No, he doesn't. He plays music all the time. Well, and she's always, it's this first rule whenever whoever's driving has to play the music, but it's always her. No, it's not. You play the music. Holy fucking shit. You guys hate each other. Just fucking get a divorce.
God, you guys are the fucking worst.
You guys are the worst. Oh my God. And what does he mean he doesn't have a radio in his car?
I don't know what that means.
That's not true. That's not
That's certifiably
true.
just not true. I have never seen a car that doesn't have it, unless he's driving like an old cop car or some bullshit. But even they have at least a center console that has some sort of radio.
And what he totally means is that like he just doesn't use it because he's a fucking
He just
freak.
doesn't listen to music. That's what it is.
Because he's a freak.
Imagine
Anyways.
driving in silence. I don't know. I've never been someone that likes driving in silence.
It's not my favorite. I'll do it sometimes. But
Yeah, it happens, but like the fact
happens.
that it's never like, it usually is out of convenience too. It's kind of like, oh, I should maybe do this or that.
yeah, sometimes I'll just get like caught up in my own head, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not even playing anything right now, and I'll forget.
Yeah, it's stress relief to play music in the car. Truly.
But anyways, that's it for the Patriots of the week. We salute you. We salute the fucking flag. As what's his name? Joey Diaz, right?
Yeah,
That
Joey
one who
Diaz.
said that?
Yeah.
Let's move on though to something we haven't done in a long time. I'm talking about next door drama. I am so excited for this next door drama. I've had this really more or less prep for the past 2 weeks, just sitting on this one. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the intro because I forgot to get that ready. This next door, well, if you don't know what next door drama is, because we don't do it very often. It is a segment we do where we go to the infamous Nextdoor blog posting website where people just post whatever's going on in the neighborhood, depending on where you live. We so happen to still have access to our hometown of St. Charles, Missouri's Nextdoor. And it's just an unmoderated Wild West out there. So we go there, we take a blog entry in the comments, we script it out, we do a dramatic reenactment of it, of how we think it would go. And this week's Nextdoor drama is titled Unidentified Object in Chicken Salad. So Gavin and I will kind of be swapping characters here, but you'll catch on pretty quickly what's going on. So, without saying much else, I'm going to hit the Nextdoor drama intro song. Here we go. This week on Nextdoor Drama. Hi, neighbors. This is just a warning as I found this unidentified object in a chicken salad sandwich from McAllister's Deli. I wasn't going to post this, but it was 2 days ago and I reached out personally to the manager on duty. I sent photos to the email that he assured me would go to the general manager. This was 2 days ago. I have not heard a word, which is very disappointing. Having just had an esophagus procedure, this was detrimental to my health, which was explained to the manager on duty.
I'd call the news station and see if they'd be interested in this story.
How would I get a hold of a news station? Of news station?
Was this removed from your esophagus during an EGD? If so, you can have the documentation from the gastroenterologist that removed it taken to the headquarters and file a lawsuit. It is a one-time thing, it seems, but it definitely shouldn't be used to train their employees on food safety. I'm sorry, but your post wasn't clear on whether you had an EJD And you are now concerned because this was found in your esophagus, or whether you found it in the food and are concerned that what would happen if you had swallowed it.
I thought it was pretty clear that she found it after she knew she has. Hold on. I thought it was pretty clear that she found it after she knew she has an esophagus problem. I have Barrett's, and that could have been deadly for me. Really? That is so large. Anyone could have had a problem. So no matter the esophagus, a plastic piece measuring an inch long is dangerous to everyone. This needs to be addressed with their headquarters. I'm sorry this happened. McAllister's is usually pretty good, but that mistake is unacceptable.
No need, Sharon, no need for the condescending remark. No one asked you about your condition or clarification about, no matter about the esophagus. It's a bad situation altogether. Health inspector would have been my first call.
Read that one more time.
Sorry. Health inspector.
Thank you.
Would have been my first call.
Yes, you are correct, but I wanted to first alert the restaurant. And without a reasonable response, I am contacting the health inspector on Monday.
I've lost my appetite. Need to take heart meds with food. My hubby made chicken salad for me as a treat, and now I'm not hungry anymore.
Ugh. Oh no. I just felt I should alert my neighbors.
I hate surprises in my food. I did find a screw in my salad at a restaurant I will not name. Could have been very bad.
Frightening.
I can't believe that they didn't notice this while making your sandwich or whatever you're eating at the restaurant. There's probably diseases on it.
That is what I'm thinking. Why didn't they see it when spreading the chicken salad on the croissant? Or did they?
The McAllister store at Heritage Center across from Barnes Jewish West County Hospital closed. Contract the FDA. Personally, I think you have at least a $500,000 lawsuit. Same thing eating an Egg McMuffin. Same thing eating an Egg McMuffin at McDonald's Dorset Road, almost chalked. Part of a container, told him anger. I was reimbursed. It was gross.
Sorry for the violent laughter there. I did not see that it said Egg McMuffin until just now.
and then chalked.
I saw chalked, and then I saw the reimbursed. It was gross. Egg McMuffin. I love that.
So I know exactly this piece, by the way. I know exactly what the piece of this is.
Yeah. And people figured they figured it out.
Okay. I'm glad that they did, because it's like it's part of the container that it was in.
Yeah. It's like the thing you
break it off and then you're able to like peel it around or something, or take the lid off, or
which
you
like
know,
listen,
something like that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I would
it
suck to
sucks.
find that in your food. I don't disagree with. I mean, I don't really know I don't think I would have gone and like posted it somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know,
and also
maybe.
I don't know. All right, so this is also just my thing, is that it's like, yeah, it's been 2 days, but like it's a fucking restaurant, dude. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but it's a fucking restaurant. They have a lot of things that they have to manage. And if a general manager, say they're going through like a shortage of like napkins or something right now, and they have to manage that, or they have to manage people calling in for their shifts or some other shit, this little plastic piece appearing in a chicken salad on accident. They're probably working on it. I don't know. What are they supposed to communicate? We talked to the employee and said, don't do it anymore.
And that's the thing is like, the most you're
We
going to
looked
get
into
is,
this and found no wrongdoing.
Yeah, the most you're going to get is an apology and maybe a refund.
Right.
If you want to make a big stink about it, fucking make a lawsuit like these people were saying, which does not seem like a good use of your time. I'm glad you're okay, but like, it's just not worth getting that. I mean, people at a certain age just run out of things to do, and when something like this happens to them, they're like, "Here we go. Here's the next 2 weeks of my life. I'm devoting my entire life for the next 2 weeks."
Well, you know she's
going
to bring it up anytime they try to eat chicken salad now from here on out.
Oh my god!
This reminds me of that one time I went to McAllister's and they almost. By the way, I just had my EGD procedure, so I was already kind of a little bit self-conscious about my throat, and then I go to McAllister's to go get some chicken salad like I normally do on Friday.
Usually do on a croissant.
As I usually do. And there was a freaking plastic piece in there. I almost ate it. I didn't, though. I almost did. It was just in my food.
In fact, I didn't even bite into it. I just saw it in the sandwich and took it out.
Yeah, I took it out before I ate it.
This is huge for them. They're going to have something to talk about at the next family function.
Patricia, I hope that your EGD had good results.
Same.
And I hope that you're doing well. I do think that this was maybe
an accident.
You need to think of other people too.
And it was likely an accident.
And it was definitely an accident. This was not on purpose. I think that she also just probably was still stressed about the EGD.
Understandably.
And so it's like,
again.
understandably.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's okay. You lived, right?
Everything's okay.
Everything's okay. I think that's a lot of times whenever I see these types of posts, it's like, okay, are you alive?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody get hurt?
No.
Then don't post it. That should be like the two general rules.
Yeah.
On at least St. Charles and next door.
Yeah. And you don't need to be nosy about everything. I hate nosy people.
Well, that's the other thing is that it's like, well, maybe you're better off not knowing. And I know that there's people in the comments that are saying that.
Oh yeah, I mean of course, as you can expect, this
probably was like the post of the week.
I think it just about was. I was going to check how many comments it has at this point. I mean, it's something just like sickening. I opened the wrong thing. It had a total of 130 comments.
Holy shit.
So yeah, it was did
she reply to like every comment?
She replied to a lot of them.
Okay, I was going to say, this is like all her replying to everybody.
Actually, I should even, just as a little bonus here, because this is a very good one. I took now I kind of go through and I screenshot every comment I like and every interaction that I like, but I didn't even use I used about 3/4 of the comments I screenshotted. Let me read some of the other favorites.
Little peek behind the curtains here.
Yeah, a little peek there. One of my favorite ones that I couldn't find a chance to use. This I don't know, their profile picture, some older white woman. The comment reads, it says, OFFS. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You found it, remove it, report it, and move on. You didn't ingest it. It was large enough to detect. No one put it in there on purpose. Jeez, what a litigious society.
Which is true. I agree.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fit our narrative, Carson.
One of my favorite interactions is packing material. She responded, yes, in my sandwich. It's just yeah.
That's like and don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, it was great. What a good one. Thank you for giving us a great story. And let's finish off this episode like we do every single week with a segment I like to call What You Listening To, where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience, of what we've been listening to in the past week. Gavin, you're not allowed to recommend the new Strokes album, but what are you listening to this week?
I'm listening to Royal Blood's new single.
Whoa!
They're releasing an album for the first time in 3 years later this year.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's coming on November 13th. They released a new single called 10 over 10, and it's a little bit harder than their a little bit harder than their last album, I will say. Their last album was very piano oriented, very like I would almost say sensual
Now
type
you
of
got
music.
me intrigued.
This one is, it's not, in my opinion, as good as Figure It Out, Out of the Black, or
Sure.
other songs by them, but this album seems to be heading in the right direction, in my opinion. So
Not that I
shall
hated
see.
the last album, I just don't find myself going back to it.
the album is called Dead Company. The single is 10 over 10.
I'm gonna give that in fact, let's right after this put it on. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Great rec, Gavin. Thank you for making me aware that they even had.
And
a new
I will
single.
say I did
Oh.
listen to that Judiciary album while I was working out.
The album or the new single?
Actually, their 2019 album
Okay, I mean they're both incredible. So
and their
Can't
new
go wrong.
single.
Uh-huh.
But I listened to both, and I'm like, yeah, this is exactly the music I was looking to listen for anyway. So,
oh yeah, baby.
so it's
Well,
really good.
I might have another one for you this week. We'll see though. Literally heard this morning for the very first time, and I've probably spun this EP like 6 times throughout the course of the day. I was in the gym this morning working out, and sometimes I'll just put on Discover Weekly if I'm not really in the mood for something specific. First song right off the bat was on this EP. It's a song called Psycho Hours. And then I was like, this is incredible. How have I never heard this? Listen to the whole EP, and it's an EP by this band Structures. It's called None of the Above. It came out in 2021. Unfortunately, their latest release to date, they haven't even posted anything since releasing this EP. This EP is fucking amazing. It's just incredible metalcore that feels way ahead of its time. I mean, it's shit that it's like it's like exactly what I want to be listening to right now. And it's just so good. And I don't know what happened to this band. It kind of seems like a side project. I think one of the guys is a member of Architects and maybe some other bands, which Architects is fucking
Funny that
huge.
Architects and Structures.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. I think they're just a 3-piece, but this EP, I just can't. This EP is just so good and technical. The song Gone Dead leads into this song Civilian, which I think is the best on the EP. I am obsessed with this song. The lyrics in it are incredible. It was, again, like 2021, so it's probably like they probably made it during the pandemic. It's very like the lyrics in it are very much like of that time, very aggressive, very like what the fuck is going on in this country? It's burning to the ground kind of verbiage. Those 2 songs, Psycho Hours, Planet. I mean, it's just wall to wall bangers. I fucking love it. Structures, come back, make some more music because I am obsessed with this EP right now.
Need it.
And I think that'll about do it this week.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 275. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing it. Is whatever you do to our episodes, we'll be here listening to you, listening to us. Carson.
That's right, Gavin. We'll see you guys next week with what I'm sure will be another great episode. Bye-bye.
Going out to eat.